Hey, this is India with Bags and Lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let's go ahead and get into our series that we're going to be doing. Abbott Elementary is back, and for season 3, I believe. And so I wanted to actually do a little bit of helpful fashion critiquing with the main character, which is played by Quinta Brunson, Janine. And so if you have not seen Abbott Elementary, let me first start off and give you a quick spiel rundown of this, because I want this video to be helpful. I'm hoping that the critiquing will help you, help me, all of us figure out how do we best figure out our wardrobe. And when you're trying to build your wardrobe and let it evolve with you, with your daily life, your style, all of those things need to be considered, like your day-to-day work, like your real life, so you can actually use the pieces that you have, or also incorporate pieces into your closet that are going to help enhance what you already have, instead of thinking that you got to start from scratch every season or every year. Okay, so with that said, I am hoping that this is going to be helpful. Make sure you like this video. Also comment down below, because that is going to be extremely helpful. And make sure you share this as well. Okay, so if you have not seen Abbott Elementary, let me first say, please go ahead and start watching it. It is a great series. But if you're not, that's okay. Well, I'll give you the rundown. So Janine, the running joke of Janine is that she tries with her fashion sense, but it doesn't work out most of the time. So she has a few things about her body. All of us do. So she is petite. She also is a public school teacher, and she works in an inner city public school. So that means she has a limited budget. So what I'm going to try to do here is incorporate some edits that would be within a reasonable budget kind of modifications, so that way it doesn't break the bank. Because a lot of us are like this, right? We can't just throw thousands of dollars every season, or even maybe in 1 year, at a wardrobe to revamp it. And so you still got to live in the pieces that maybe don't work out so well, but you still got to wear them because you need to go to work. And so that's where I'm coming from with this, is to make small tweaks and also give us some ideas. And hopefully this helps us figure out what best works for our body, how we can tweak things that we already have that we really like. Well, or maybe that we like, but we can't style it so well because we may not have the pieces, and how you can, when you can, take those little small key pieces to make a better outfit and wardrobe out of the things that you already have without starting from scratch. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. For this first, what do I want to say? This first photo here that we have. So we have her it's summertime, and she's talking to Gregory. And the color combination, as far as the handbag and the dress and the shoes, she tried to do that. What also threw it off was this pattern top. So there's a few things that are not quite working out for her. Now remember, she is a elementary school teacher, so she needs to wear either tennis shoes or some flat, comfortable shoe. It is not going to be feasible for her to walk around in heels. So like I said, this is also you also have to figure out, consider your everyday life and what you're doing with these pieces to make sure it's realistic. You can imagine that, walking around in heels as a kindergarten teacher is going to work, but let me know how that works out for you. Okay, so there's a few edits I would make to this outfit to help tweak it to make it work better for her body, so she still remains stylish, professional, and it's work appropriate, right? And it works for her. Okay, so first up is going to be the length of this skirt. Because she is petite, wearing a long skirt is a little bit of a challenge, but there are tweaks that you can make. So I like the volume on the skirt. I like the color. I would say, instead of taking away the skirt, right, because she has to work with what's in her wardrobe, maybe we take it to a tailor or a seamstress and have them cut the bottom off a little bit. So we'll take off a little bit of the bottom, so that way we don't have the asymmetric look. We give a uniform look, and it shows more of her legs, because that is going to help balance her proportions out, because she has a voluminous skirt on. Also, what we want to do is, I see where she was going with trying to wear a belt to create a waist, but it's not done in the right way. So we're going to tweak that also. So first off, like I said, we're going to hem the skirt to make it work for her proportions. So this example that I have on the screen is of a better example of kind of where we would want to hem the skirt to. We want to make sure that because she's sitting down in a chair likely to read to her kids are shorter, they're going to be on the ground. You don't want your skirt to be at your knee or above your knee, of course, because then that means that children have a line of sight to under your skirt. That's not ideal. So I think the idea of having a longer skirt is great. So we want to just make sure it's at a length that is a few inches below her knee, like on the photo. And that way it's still a long skirt, but it's showing a little bit more leg, but it's not too short to where it's inappropriate for the group she's going to be around. Because you also have to remember that she's got to get on the floor, she's got to bend over. So we can't wear too short of a skirt or dress. Okay, so also I like in the photo the example that I'm showing of kind of the tweaks is the height of the skirt is great. It's coming about mid calf, which is going to work for her. She can sit down. Also the sneakers, I think her changing up her sneakers and switching out to sneakers is going to be a more trendy and more comfortable. She can still wear these shoes if she would like to. And there's a couple of examples that I will show where she can still continue to wear these shoes, kind of chunky loafers, to stay with that trend as well. But I think that's the first tweak I would make. The next tweak would be to, like I said, remove the belt. She tried to create a waist, but because she has a voluminous skirt on, and then she has the combination of a top on top of it that's covering more of her hip area, it's making her look more frumpy. So we want to show more of her shape in a more appropriate way. So what I would suggest is that she wear a simple white t-shirt. That white t-shirt can be of a slightly looser fit, but we want it to be a little bit closer to the body because we have more volume at the bottom. So we want to create more of a fitted fit up top. It doesn't have to be skin tight, just a nice loose fitting skimming t-shirt is going to work for her. So I think that's going to be great. And then she can tuck it in. That is instantly going to give her a waist because we have a break between where the shirt ends when it's tucked in and then also where the start of the skirt begins. And that's going to give her a waist there. Like you see in this photo here that I'm showing, this is going to be the example of tucking it in with a t-shirt like I have with the few examples that with the examples that I'm showing. So that's going to give her an instant waist. Also, like I said, removing the belt. Now, if she wanted to do, instead of a t-shirt, a button-down shirt, then she can do a button-down shirt also. And I'll show an example of that. But let me make sure that you see a couple of other examples of a t-shirt with it. I think these are going to work for her. And okay, so next, let's move on to the button down. So before I move to a button down shirt, what I want to show is an example of the way that you can also wear a belt with it. So even though Janine's principal is not good at her job, she's better at fashion. And so this is an example of how you would actually incorporate a belt with the outfit with a longer skirt, because the belt would just helps enhance the defined waist that you made when you tucked in your shirt. So this is one example of that. Obviously, this is more professional. This is more principal-like. This is not in the classroom type of an outfit. So this would be more so if you were going to be sitting at a table or you were working with older students. This would work well as well. Okay, so let's move on. So I did talk about a white button-down shirt. A white button-down shirt could work here too. Now with Janine's initial outfit, she tried to do, I think, a button-down shirt, and it was a pattern button-down shirt, so it didn't quite work with the outfit scheme that she had going on. So we're going to switch it to a plain white button-down shirt. This is going to help take her through the long run because she can use the white t-shirt as well as the button-down shirt most of the year, especially the white button-down shirt because it has longer sleeves. If she wanted to go with wearing a jacket approach, then she could do that. But these are examples of a better way for her to do it. Now, she has to play with the proportions of the jacket because, like I said, because of her height, too much layering in the wrong way makes her look more frumpy and makes the clothing drown her out. So I like how if she wanted to take a jacket and wear it with a skirt, how these are examples of how to do that. A shorter jacket so it hits further up on her leg area, closer to the hip, would be better for her. And then she can belt on top. She can put a belt on top of the jacket to make it flow better. Also, another example in this photo is the other one where there's a longer jacket and then she uses the belt and put it on top of the skirt, but her shirt is a lot more fitted. It's a tighter fitting shirt. So more like a bodysuit, a super fitted tank, something very stretchy, something like that with a looser fitting jacket. Now, I don't think the length of this jacket would work in Janine's favor. It would have to be a shorter jacket because of her height, but you get the idea. This is the way you layer on top of a skirt with making it look proportionate as well as professional, and also something that looks better for your body. So let me know what you think. Let me know what other suggestions you have for Janine down below. And I'm hoping you're liking this series, and you can show me that by liking this video. Thank you so much for watching.